Most traders believe they're one good year away from seven figures, but that's just simply not true. I've spent years observing thousands of traders, and almost all of them were psychologically incapable of trading $1 million in funding, no matter how good their strategy was. Only a tiny handful of traders ever escaped that ceiling, and every single one of them shared the exact same blueprint. By the end of this video, you will know exactly why only a handful of traders ever reach $1 million in funding, and whether your psychology is built to scale or quietly capping your results. And most importantly, I will run you through the exact psychology shift that seven-figure traders make to be able to handle the size and pressure of trading that amount of capital. So scaling for you feels effortless. Now, there's a very simple explanation as to why only a handful of traders reach seven figures in capital. I released a video a few days ago showing the one trait that every single funded trader has. Now, if you haven't already watched that, you might enjoy watching it after this video. But in summary, I explained in that video that it has everything to do with how traders react under pressure. But there's a big difference between the pressure you feel trading 5 and 6 figures and the pressure you experience when you're managing 7 figures in funding. Most humans can adjust to the pressure they experience trading 5 and 6 figures within a month. But to handle the pressure you experience at 7 figures is a completely different ballgame. So let me explain why only a handful of traders, even those who are trading 5 and 6 figures in funding, why only a handful of those traders ever become 7-figure traders. And I'm going to explain it using this pen. Now, I talk extensively about polarity laws on this channel, and I think every trader intuitively knows that there's no such thing as reward without risk. There's no such thing as profit without loss. Every business has this built into it. If that business wants to go off and make profit, they have certain expenses. If a trader wants reward, it has to take some risk. So the simple reason why most traders will never reach 7 figures is that when you're experiencing the type of rewards you can have at 7 figures, at 5, 6 figures, the rewards are pretty good, but the rewards you experience as a 7-figure trader are right up here. But there's no such thing as a one-sided experience. There's no such thing as these great rewards without risk, the risk polarity and the drawback polarity down here. So when you go to 5 and 6 figures, you experience good rewards, but you have to take certain risks to get those rewards. Now, when you go to 7 figures, these rewards are cranked up, but so are the risks and so are the drawbacks. So the reason why only a handful of traders are willing to take on the rewards that you can take on as a 7-figure trader up here is because only a handful of traders are able to embrace the risks and the drawbacks and the pains that it takes to have those rewards. Now, the next question I have to answer for you is your specific psychology capable of scaling to 7 figures, or is your specific psychology capping your results? And to answer this, it's very simple. It's completely up to you. What type of perspective are you going to take when you experience losses? What type of perspective are you going to take when you experience problems in the market? Are you going to take a victim-minded response, and are you going to hide away and blame the market and not take any accountability? Or are you going to take accountability for how you feel and realize that's up to you how you feel, and whatever is happening to you in the external world, use that to your advantage? Because if you're the latter, I'm going to bring up the iPad in a second. I'm going to show you exactly step by step what to do. If you're the former, well, chances are you're going to continue to stay stuck. So here's the exact blueprint that I observed with every trader who made it to $1 million. And the first thing we're going to focus in on is the psychological ceiling. What this means is every individual has a conscious idea of what they want. And every trader would go off and say, I want to be $1 million trader. I want to trade $1 million in funding capital. All those types of things. This is the conscious goal that traders deep down hold on to, and they say, I really want this particular thing. But there's also these unconscious forces referred to as the psychological ceiling that keep those same traders stuck. And despite saying what goal they want, what actually dictates what they get in life are these psychological unconscious factors and these particular ceilings. Now, every trader who got to $1 million plus in capital had elevated their psychological ceiling. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Now, again, despite saying I want to get to $1 million and being stuck trading maybe 50 or 200, anywhere from 50 to 250,000 in funding, there is certain hidden comforts keeping you where you are. And this is the conscious story we run. I am angry and sad that I'm only trading $50,000 in capital, for example, and I really want to trade $1 million in capital. And I will be happy if I was trading $1 million in capital. And that's the conscious story we run. However, the unconscious script that's co-creating your life and keeping you exactly where you are is this. The unconscious is saying that right now, where I am trading $50,000 to $250,000 in capital, I am comfortable. I am safe. I get the benefits I need in life. And we have these comforts which are hidden because they're unconscious. But deep down, if we were really to dig, we will find that really we feel comfortable where we're at. And we feel safe where we're at. And we're getting all our needs met where we're at. And despite saying I really want to get to this goal of $1 million, we are where we are because that's what meets our value system at this point in time, and that's what's comfortable. And the other unconscious script co-creating your current life is the goal you say you want. There are hidden fears associated with that goal that you haven't properly brought to surface yet. So there are comforts keeping you where you are, which are unconscious. And there are fears, unconscious, hidden fears, if you got the goal you say you want. So the more a trader goes off and says, I'm unhappy with the current amount of capital I'm trading, I really want this particular goal, the more I know they have hidden comforts and they actually have hidden fears associated with this goal that is keeping them exactly where they are. So how do you increase your psychological ceiling? Well, you do this. You go off and you make a list, get a piece of paper and a pen, and you start writing down all the benefits to all areas of your life of staying where you currently are. All the benefits, even if you're only trading demo account. You write down all the benefits of being and staying where you are. And what this does is it brings to surface these hidden comforts. You will see that there's less accountability where you are. There's no need to change things in your life or change things in your trading. You can just stay in your comfort zone. If you were all of a sudden to scale up to $1 million, you'd have to take on these new responsibilities. There'd be greater pains. But right now, trading smaller accounts, there are more pleasures there. There's less accountabilities. So write an extensive list of benefits of being and staying where you are to bring to surface your hidden comforts, keeping you where you are. And then you want to take the goal you say you want, but you're struggling to manifest, and write down an extensive list of fears, drawbacks, disservices, bottlenecks, downsides if you were to have the goal you say you really want to have, but you can't manifest. And what you'll see is that despite saying how much you want this goal, there are really these deep-seated fears and insecurities and pains that if I was to trade $1 million, well, now I'd have to experience $10,000 losses, and I'd have responsibility and accountability. I'd have a fear of losing it. I'd have stress managing the account. I'd sleep less. There may be changes in my social environment. There may be certain blah, 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 XYZs. So you want to write down an extensive list of fears. And then when you have brought to surface the hidden unconscious fears of the thing you say you want but don't have, and the hidden unconscious comforts of the thing you have that you say you don't want, now all of a sudden you have a more balanced perspective, and you also have an understanding of the motives keeping you stuck and the true reality of if you were to hit the goal you want to hit. So what you do with that information is you now plan a strategy on how to get to $1 million without experiencing all the fears you've just written down. And you strategize that and you plan contingencies. And with your prefrontal cortex and your executive thinking, you write a master plan of how am I going to get to $1 million without experiencing the certain fears I've just written down, the certain drawbacks and pains I've just written down, and how to alleviate the certain comforts I'm experiencing right now so that I can actually get to that goal. And that's how these top performing traders directly or indirectly actually achieved $1 million in capital. They directly or indirectly did this exercise either through a long process of time and maturing as a trader, or through meticulous coaching with someone like myself that holds them accountable, brings the questions and answers the questions, brings the unconscious information to surface, and strategizes and plans. Some traders get there through just trial and error. Some traders get there by working with someone like myself who really puts the turbo boosters on and holds them accountable to really level up. So this is the first step in the blueprint. Then each of these 7-figure traders had this trained ability to be able to detach from the outcome. You see, 5 and 6-figure traders, the moment they get $1 million worth of capital, they identify with the outcome. Oh, I've just taken a win. I feel really good. I feel really elated. I feel really proud. Guess what happens when you identify with the outcome and feel really good and really proud? You minimize risk in the market. You stop sticking to your trading plan as much. You force low quality setups and you take inevitable losses. So you go on the boom and bust cycle. 5 and 6-figure traders get caught in their feelings of how good it feels to trade $1 million, or how painful it is to experience painful losses on $1 million account. 5 and 6-figure traders identify and feel the outcome, whereas 7-figure traders, they detach. Now, does that mean 7-figure traders don't experience an initial pleasure when they win and a pain when they lose? Of course they do. You're never going to override that emotional response. But here's the difference. 5 and 6 figures traders feel the pleasure, then they buy into it. They exaggerate the story about how good they are, and they dramatize that emotional state. 7-figure traders, whether again through coaching, speeding up that journey, or through just trial and error of going through so many of those cycles, they interpret the emotion as a feedback. They know they're related, which means they're missing information. They've got unconscious information there. They use that as a feedback to humble themselves, because they know if they don't humble themselves, they get humbled by the market. So they feel the initial elation and they use that as a feedback to ask themselves quality questions to humble themselves. So instead of going on this massive boom cycle, they feel the initial elation, then they humble themselves back to a state of equilibrium so they can stick to their trading plan. And if they go and have a pain and have a loss, they know how to lift themselves so they're not dramatizing how bad a trading loss is. And what this allows them to do is very quickly snap out of the outcome and out of the polarity, so they can just stick to their trading plan over a large series of trades, and they can approximate their mean, their edge, in other words. Over a long period of time, they know that if they don't buy into the individual outcome of each individual trade, they'll eventually approximate their trading edge over a large sample space of trades. And this is what 7-figure traders are absolutely exceptional at doing, at least what I've observed. And then number 3, each of these 7-figure traders have non-negotiables. 7-figure traders no longer rely on willpower. They no longer rely on motivation. They have processes and contingencies, which means they have mechanical rules, their trading plan, their mindset, their risk. It's all mechanical. They know exactly what they're doing before they trade. They have decision filters. If they're caught in certain tricky situations, they have certain mental models that they check against. They say, if this, then that, I make this decision. It's never an impulsive or reactive decision in the moment. They have everything planned out. And again, this may take time to get to, but they have these filters built in. They have contingencies. Again, they're aware of the worst case scenarios. They're aware of the risk. They're aware of the drawbacks. They plan and prepare contingencies to deal with those worst case scenarios. And then they have processes in place. For example, they have mindset coaches or accountability partners. And they have accountability in all areas of life, not only their trading. So you'll see these people are very accountable in their health and their goals, and with their relationships and friendships and with their mindset. They tend to be very accountable and disciplined individuals. So they have processes and contingencies for everything. I was recently working with and having a discussion with one of my one-on-one consulting clients who's very successful with their trading, very successful in business, working in the mining industry. And these are the types of conversations I'm having with her, where she's talking about her work, her extensive work in very high pressure environments where there's high risk and high reward, and there are great consequences if contingencies aren't planned and prepared for. And if, for example, they haven't thought about everything that can go wrong and plan contingencies for that, then they're putting people in harm's way. So at the highest level of business and strategy, these individuals are identifying contingencies in advance and preparing for them. If things go wrong, I do this. If I experience this loss, I do this. If I experience this drawdown, I do this. If I lose this amount of capital, I do this. It's all accounted for.
Now, it goes without saying that no trader gets to 7 figures overnight, and there's a real process of maturing, and there's a journey that you have to go on to get to that state. And you want to go through the journey. You want to go through who you become as a result of going through the journey. It's a real state of maturing and integrating parts of yourself. I've said on this channel before many times that the market makes you face certain parts of your own psyche, and it resurfaces certain parts of your own unconscious mind. That's the beauty of trading. Every time you take on a little bit more capital and you scale up a little bit, you learn a new lesson about yourself. You have to face a new part of yourself. And really, these 7-figure traders, that's the journey they went on. They went through a real progression of maturing and maturity as a trader. I remember a very distinct moment where I hadn't seen a trader for probably 6 to 8 months. And before I saw them, they were trading low 6 figures in capital. And when I saw them 8 months later, they're now trading at 7 figures. And I noticed a difference in who they were as a person. They matured as an individual. And that's the beauty of going through the scaling process and that journey. So how do you actually change your brain? Well, you have to go through that journey. And there's certain levels of controlled risk that you take on and new levels that you get to, that when you're playing on, you have a new challenge and you level up as an individual as a result of being on that level. And that's really the journey. It's controlling and incrementally giving yourself a new controlled challenge, and your brain changes as a result. And it's about going through that journey with the right supports around you, having the understanding that I've shared in this video, having tools by your side like the Bulletproof Your Trading Mindset tool, being subscribed to this YouTube channel and getting insights every day or every few days. That's another piece of the puzzle in making you a consistently profitable trader. So I'm sorry I didn't give you some magic spell or magic strategy or hype that made you a 7-figure trader immediately. But the truth is, even if I did, you wouldn't want it. You want to go through the journey of maturing as an individual to be a 7-figure trader. And that's part of the journey. That's part of the growth as an individual, going through that fire. So I've given you the tools in this video, the understanding in these videos from my own experiences and my own observation, and I hope you implement them. So traders, if you resonated with this video, if you've resonated with what I've shared, make sure you're subscribed so you're up to date with my most recent releases. I've got some very exciting announcements coming on this channel. New tools, new ideas, new insights are going to help you master your trading psychology so that you can remove self-sabotage and you can scale to 7 figures in funding, get consistent payouts. So I've got some cool releases coming out very soon that you want to be subscribed for. I also, if you have a certain trading psychology challenge that you're currently experiencing, make sure you comment it below. I want to give you some insights. I want to help you go through that challenge and learn the lessons of going through that challenge. And of course, if you liked the video, make sure you actually like the video. This just helps with the YouTube algorithm and pushes the content out to more traders who need to hear these types of things. And traders, in the resources in the description below, I have some very useful free tools. If you want to bulletproof your trading mindset, make sure you click on that link and sign up for that free tool and that free walkthrough. That tool is now being used by 7,000 traders in many, many different countries around the world, and we get countless transformative testimonials every day on that tool. And then finally, before you click away from this video, I want you to watch this video that's going to pop up on your screen. It's a 15-minute video where I show you the principles that I've identified in helping you bulletproof your trading mindset so that you can take on incrementally more funding and you can have a balanced mindset that is unreactive and non-emotional in the markets. So make sure you watch that video next. Traders, thank you for watching to the end, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Cheers.